Make sure. Make sure. Make sure.
What's up, Outlaws? I'm Gary Janess, also known as Native Outlaws Most Wanted. Like the sign says, I'm here to celebrate 1 year anniversary for Intertribal Radio. So with that being said, right now we're listening to a new tune by 4-1's April Satchel. So it's kind of part of what Intertribal Radio does. You know, we talk about Native topics and come up with our own music. So how cool is that? So anyway, the 1 year anniversary, happy birthday, whatever you want to call it, pretty much was created by April Satchel. Man, I got so many screens on here. I got to put my readers on, make sure I grab the right one. So, man, it is what it is. Until then, jam on this tune. Where'd you go, April? I'm just going to go ahead and change one of these up, edit it real quick. Magic. Heck yeah. All right, there she is. Miss 4-1's April Satchel. So, technical difficulties. Right on, Mike Ponce, Intertribal Radio, brother. Podcast for natives, by natives. So today we're just sharing some pride. We're hanging out. We have a couple other Intertribal Radio podcasters. Good work. Thank you, Faith. Right back at you, little sister. I see that you're a busy girl yourself, doing podcasts, doing live feeds. You know, just a native trying to make a difference. And, man, that's what we're all here for. We all have a purpose. So thank you, Faith Luke, for doing a shout-out. I appreciate you. Timothy Gill, happy anniversary. Can't wait for the next one, right? Well, we've already got season 2 going on. I'm about ready to start up my podcast, Native Outlaws Podcast for Intertribal Radio. Right on. So who else we got? Luke W. Klein, happy anniversary. Thank you, Luke. Much appreciated. Eva Del Rio, happy anniversary.
Right here.
Right on. Man, 1 year going strong. All right, so how cool was that? So thanks for coming up with another awesome tune. You got it out there.
Thank you, Pilamia.
Heck yeah. Let me share some of these. Start with Faith Lukes. I appreciate you for tuning in, checking me out. Much appreciated.
I appreciate all the relatives that are joining us now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, I never post these when I'm going live. It's just kind of, man, when I'm ready for it, you know, pretty much in the mood. You know, me and April have planned on doing this like the last 2 weekends, but man, stuff is always coming up. Like for me, I just got back in town from going to the coast for a powwow at Chinook Winds Casino. So, man, that was a good time. And it was so far away, I actually had to rent a room, stay at night at the beach for me, right? It is what it is. So it's good.
It is what it is, but it's a beautiful thing that you're doing, G. You know what I mean?
Right back at you. Me and you both trying to make a difference in the Native community.
Some natives supporting natives, that's what I know.
Right on. You know, it's not just a saying, it's a movement.
It is a movement. You know, at the end of the day, you know, we had a comment not too long ago, and they said we were some, you know, Facebook warriors. And I said, you know what? We more than a page. You know, we out here, we movement. We are activation. You know, we are activating others to, you know, don't talk about it. Why don't you be about it? You know, we got too many out here, you know, faking the funk and benefiting from what real warriors do.
Right.
You know, and at the end of the day, you know, That's what I got running through me is warrior, you know, and there's plenty of other relatives out there, you know, especially all, you know, all the Native outlaws, all of Intertribal Radio, all of Native supporting Natives, you know. Like I said, we more than just, you know, talk, you know, we that walk and First Nation talk, you know. So it's a
Talk the
blessing.
talk and walk the walk.
Absolutely. And, you know, very humbled to be here with you, Gary. You know, Native Outlaws Most Wanted. Um, you created something. You really did. You created, you know, like I said, this is more than just a fucking page. At the end of the day, whether it's yours, mine, whomsoever, you know, the fact that we've got actual action and movement, and what it is that you brought is, you brought back what we supposed to do. We supposed to support one another, because you know how it's been, you know, for years, you know. um we've um we've chosen to make other people's success personal, you know. And by all means, I think your success is mine. I know that you know that my success is yours, you know. But that's something that we've forgotten to do as relatives, you know. We're not acting accordingly. And here's the truth: we are living ancestors.
Right. And
But
they're living through us.
and difference is we're acting accordingly,
Yeah.
you know. And so big ups to you, because you know, even in your story, how you know, you share with relatives, you know, you were just this guy in the kitchen, and you know, you're more than just that guy in the kitchen, G, you know. And again, you know, thank you, Pilamia. And you know, keep on inspiring, you know, keep
Well, hey,
on.
thank you for inviting me to be part of your podcast. No, I was
Absolutely.
honored to be invited, and being a friend for you, I decided to step up and help you, get started. And started with one, started with two, started with three. We've been through quite a few. Some have
Oh
come,
yeah.
some are still here, some are gone. We got new ones, and
Yeah,
that's
right.
why we're here. We're here to put a spotlight on them as well.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely, because this first year would be nothing without them. We wouldn't be here. So, you know, whether or not we lost some, we picked some up, we still going. We still remain, you know. And um let's get it together, relatives. You know what I'm saying? Because gee, you're not you know, you don't live your life out there. You know, you're not out in the spotlight. You're not, hey, look at me, you know what I mean? You ain't, what's your benefit, G? Like seriously, if somebody had something to say,
karma,
how,
and
what,
those are the
what
cards
would
you
your come
support.
up be? What
You
would
know,
your come? What could you use somebody for? You can't. For what? What, you're not gaining nothing. Just keep it real. There's not a monetary gain for you. It's not nothing other than those blessings from Creator. You know what you do. You know, you are a great example. You share everybody. You know what I mean? So it's not like, oh, you know, geez, getting something out of this. She's getting some blessings at the end of the day. You know, but as far as,
yep,
you know,
good
you
karma,
know,
filling my
yeah,
heart with some pride, man.
yeah. And you're real good at reminding me, you know, of what it's really about, you know. And even the inspiration, you know, for me to create Native Supporting Natives, you know, because here's the thing, relatives: Native Supporting Natives is Intertribal Radio. Native supporting natives is Lakota tribes in Nebraska. Native supporting natives is Native outlaws. Native supporting natives is all of you relatives. We can keep on falling back on this, thinking that we need mainstream media to tell our stories, but you see where that got us. It got us nowhere. It's part of that genocide, whether it's the physical, the spiritual, the knowledge, the history, the whatever it is, because there is that paper genocide too. I mean, how many times have you heard, oh, I thought Indians were dead, or natives, however you identify, or a specific group, like let's say the Tainos. For the longest they thought Tainos were gone, which makes me want to go back to Intertribal's beginning. Big shout out to Taino Radio too, to Mr. Santa Clay Ramos. Um, relatives that got canned. They got canned. And man,
And
my
you got
heart was.
motivated to go out on your own and start your own podcast.
But that was you, G. That was you. That was you. That was like, telling me, well, shit, go out there and just create your own.
You're the reason why I listen to that podcast. I respect what he does, and I support what he does. But you were a good part of that his podcast, so that's why I said, man, you should take it and do your own thing.
Right.
And
right.
Here we are. Here we are. You took it 1 year ago. You did it.
1 year ago, and yes, and we have a great family. It's season 2, like you said, round 2, volume 2. Round
2,
and
season 2.
G, tell them how long Native Outlaws has been out there now.
10 years. Native Outlaws going strong. So I'm gonna do a quick shout out for Atano. Ider Atano, right on.
Yes, definitely. And again, Pilamia for having me here, and any other invites. I don't mind going through this with you. It's not my favorite thing to do, though. I'm not out there. I'm not. This isn't nothing other than my my spirit and my purpose align. There's a point I lost my voice, and asking for a
crowd.
Yeah, yes. And even that inspiration that you gave me to go ahead and create Native supporting natives. That's you. That's your that's how you speak, and that's how you remind me to speak, and how to act, and to think, and act. And so you're a blessing, and I thank you again, and let's do this. We've got the rest of Intertribal, because you too are a part of Intertribal Radio.
Hells yeah. Let's do some shout outs. So who are we talking to? Shout yourself out.
Relatives, who's with me?
Chris Green, I see you there. Big square.
Hey,
you got your camera set up right. This is all trial and error.
Yeah. And Chris, who is what's your show about? Who are you on Tribal Radio besides your own self? Because let me explain to relatives. Listen, relatives, we is trying to go 24 hours, 7 days a week. We trying to be that source, that new indigenous source, right? To help you maintain, keep, and create a better you through healthy lifestyle choices, right? So we've got Doc J, Gray Fox, such a blessing, right?
Yeah. Hide down in the corner.
We've got that body talk, right?
Yeah.
And we've got Chris Green. And Chris, the name of your show. Come with it.
I had to look it up because I forgot.
Another brick out of the wall.
Yeah, just another brick out of the wall.
Something like that.
What's that mean?
What's mainly just mostly about my healing anyway. So I think it's changed since I named it. So I don't know. It just kind of stays like that, though.
Well, all we've got others, but the thing about coming to Intertribal or being a part of the family was, creating your own platform. Everybody, Doc's got his own platform. Chris got her own. Gary's got his own platform. DM, we got DMT Hawk too. I don't know where he's at, where he ain't on, but
Technical difficulty.
technical difficulty. Probably because he's in them caves.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in them caves, so I don't even doubt that now. But we got DMT Hawk, one of the frontiers of indigenous hip hop, and let's see who. Oh, and we welcome back the lovely Miss Leah Wetzel. And that is So, Chris, tell us what you do. So, I want all y'all to. I don't want you to think of it as toot your own horn because we are humble. We are smudging before we judge around here. We are that First Nation walk and talk. You know what it is. And so, however, I never want to add perception to anyone's identification or their who they are. So I'm very proud of you, Chris. You're one of those sisters that is taking control of healing herself, and
sharing it.
just telling, yeah, and sharing it, and that's a very
big part.
That's a brave. It's brave. It's courageous, and sister, come on, you do a lot. You do a lot, and would you please share with our relatives? Because you're a sun dancer. You do. You wear many hats, and so don't think I'm asking you to brag because that is not how we are. We don't brag. We ain't nothing. We don't even talk about what we do. We just do. So would you let them know? A little bit about you.
Yeah. All right. No. I'm trying to think of how to make it not there you got me. Because it's echoing.
Oh, you're cutting out, Chris. I think you have a
What?
You have an echo.
Yeah, how do I unecho?
We gotta mute. We all gotta mute.
We all do?
Yeah, wasn't Chris talking about that earlier? Because she does this all the time.
I'm not echoing anymore. Cool.
That's me. No, sorry.
All right, go ahead, Chris.
All right. Well, that's weird, man. Because usually, so when we're around other people that are in the same room, then we have that echo. But
belching, yeah, sound good now.
Okay. Anyways, I guess the biggest thing I can say is that Intertribal radio has helped me a lot, with healing, like April was talking about. But it's I might cry, but it's mainly a journey through shit I don't know about. I'm trying to learn about, or things that I trying to work through. Kind of take you guys on the journey with me, to try to see what it is that start thinking about something. Well, I'd like to feel this way, or I'd like to understand this, or I'd like to heal this part of me up, or even things that are going on in Indian country. I work in a tribal school. A lot of the kids that I work with deal with the same crap I went through as a kid, or or if their family members or elders are dealing with the same kind of shit. So it's really heal myself up, help others heal, kind of thing. So that's how I look at this, look at what I do, and it, I don't know. I just try to show that it's okay to not know what the fuck you're doing. I guess best way I could say it. Sorry if you need to. beat me out there, beep. No, I'm just kidding because I don't know if that's really like what April's looking for, but like that's how I see the show is like, healing, but also looking at deeper things like my I've kind of been working on a native invisibility kind of thing, and like like I did a podcast about it, and I have a second one I have to do. So kind of like questions that come up about like the issues within Indian country, like what are the things like how do you help people who are marginalized or misunderstood become seen? Like that kind of shit. Because I've worked in a lot of tribal schools. I've worked in like I'm actually full circle back at this one I worked at 20 years ago. So like I've seen a lot. I've worked in a lot of different Native communities. So I try to help bridge some of the gaps because I've also worked in public schools where people don't know what the hell they're talking about with Native people. So kind of like an ally, an advocate, and
And a voice for the people that can't share what they're going through.
that's what I hope. I mean, I at least not really like I can't be a voice for people, but I can be a seed or like oh, I didn't think about that shit or that kind of stuff. I mean, that's basically I think what I try to do.
Yeah.
And then to show my vulnerability because I mean, I don't know nothing. I mean, I'm learning and I'm working through this stuff. Some of it's really hard. So
Yeah, especially the sharing part. It's all personal.
yeah, but I gotta tell you what, like 6 months ago, 7 months, when I started, like, I'm on like 30. I think I'm on like my 30th podcast, and like
Right on.
30
That's right.
podcasts ago, I wasn't gonna be able to. I wouldn't ever been able to sit here with you guys. I would have been like, oh shit, I gotta do my laundry or some shit, or it's like I don't know. So I'm able to talk now with it, which is cool too. So I mean, thanks for. I mean, I just appreciate April and you and you know Doc J and like Intertribal Radio for helping with that, like to give voice to uh I don't know, just help me get my voice in some ways.
Help you to evolve to the warrior that you're meant to be, because we're all warriors in our different ways.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Sorry, look. I don't want to. I don't. Whatever. Sometimes I over talk or I talk too much or whatever, and I'm
You're
just
okay.
fucking April. It's beautiful. It's beautiful that to have a sister, you know, so educated, an educator, and the medicine that you bring, sister, because you got some medicine, and I hope you saw that. I hope you saw the cedar and this sage I put up, because what we're doing is we creating that safe circle. We creating that you know the healing, and encouraging it. Excuse my language. I don't know the route to go. I don't know the way. I just know what Red Road is, and it's not the same for everyone. But to come to Intertribal, to be a part of this family, and to create this movement, this activation, to activate, it does require you to create your own platform. And most of all, it's never to be seen as, doing something for Intertribal. It is first to be seen and processed and put into motion. It is for you. It's not about me. It's not about Intertribal Radio. It's not. It's just the encouragement of some healing, that we all need to go through. but most importantly, it's that identification. You know, both you and I are mothers. Gary's a father. Doc's a father. You know, DM's a father. Leah's a mother. Um, um, for many years, you know, when you're in that role, you know, you lose identity, and you know, you end up not even being you. You know, like my youngest is 11, but mine are 30, 29, 21, and 11. And so for this 30-year stretch, I have been their mother. That's what they say to me, is they say, so what are you doing besides being my mother? You know? So my likes, my dislikes, my identity then became my children's mom, you know? And so now that the nest is getting near, you know, empty, I mean, I still got years to go. I mean, I believe every child is a child until at least 30. You know, I think we get asked to be more than that. We are mentally and even sometimes physically capable of, you know, performing or doing or acting as. It gets put on us sooner because of oh shit, you know, the fucking colonization that we've gone through, you know. But we don't even have the same school process, you know, or the education process, or even the pleasures of growing up just being us, you know, because it's great pleasure being indigenous, you know, being First Nation, you know. And so it is oftentimes that we go from one role of one that we weren't even able to fulfill in the first place, you know, because a lot of us have to grow up sooner than others. And then immediately go into one of responsibility, you know, the full, you know, full head, full strong on. And so a lot of us lose identity in that process, you know, and so it's more than just, you know, one direction on this red road to this or intertribal or, you know, whatever it is. Also that process of identifying who we really are, you know. And you've done, gosh, some phenomenal work being here, you know. And thank you for thinking that Intertribal had been around longer. That's something else I wanted to say, because really I've been blessed to not really have a transition from, you know, being on the radio. You know, I mean, I know I spoke a little bit, you know, and big ups again to Santa Coy Ramos, Taino Radio out of New York. But that was very heartbreaking for me. Oh my gosh, you know, I had set my goals when I went there, and you know, for Santa Coy to find me in the first place, you know, and want me to create the Indigenous Power Hour, you know, activism on Taino, and have a MMIW focus, you know. That was just, I mean, gosh, I mean, out of New York, you know what I'm saying? And I wish I could have made the interview with the Snotty Nose Res kids. Wish I could have made that happen, you know, for Taino Radio.
I was gonna
However, I was not the no call, no show. I showed up for work that night. But what it did lead me into is, man, Gary, it all goes back to you. It is that a fucking leap to create another platform, to create me, to create this, you know, because I can't. I'm not the only identity behind Intertribal Radio. Native Outlaws is Intertribal Radio. Another Brick House the Wall is Intertribal Radio. Body Talk is Intertribal Radio. Leah, her Red Road, that's even Supervillain with his Universe show, right? DM, all of that, all of everyone that is on Intertribal Radio, that's Intertribal. You know, we hung our tribes up at the door when we came in, right? We hung it up, and then we came in through spirit, and we invite that spirit of truth every time, you know, before we speak on anything or speak with anyone. And I don't know, you guys are fabulous. And fuck, man, Gary, I said I wasn't gonna, and good job reminding me that this ain't the April show.
Yeah,
this ain't the April Central show.
Yeah, we got some
What it do, Doc?
Oh, hey, before we get started, I gotta throw something here. Did I load it up? Man, no, I didn't. It's a picture of Dr. Jim. So we crossed paths.
Yes, that was Intertribal. That. And you gentlemen were out there representing. Thank you. Whoopila.
Go, Doc. Go. Yeah, we got an echo going on. Man.
It's me. I'm turning it off.
All right, no echo now. So yes, that was a good day coming crossing paths with Doc, because man, that was the first powwow that I had been to in over 3 years.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, that was nice.
And
I got to drum there that day.
You drummed that day?
Yeah, I got to drum that day. My grandma, she before she crossed over, she just told me to focus on the drum. So yeah, I went there with that, and yeah, man, we Burton Fisher, Hettawan Ness, White Buffalo stands. Just really honored, feel really grateful and honored to be able to sit with that elder and call him family. Our small little drum there, Bernie drum, also known as Talent drum. Wherever we're coming from, that's what we call our drum. So.
Right on.
So yeah, it was good to see you there that day.
Yeah, that was amazing, because like I said, that was my first powwow since COVID, and man, it was outdoor powwow. It was a beautiful day, man. It was perfect, and crossing paths with you, that was cool. You know, here we are, both members of Intertribal Radio, crossing paths, doing our thing.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. So yeah, I've seen that you dance too, right? I've seen you in regalia.
Yeah. I just started dancing again after a year.
Right on.
Okay, Doc. I'm gonna need you to talk about graduating.
Yeah.
You just graduated.
He's too humble.
Yeah.
He is. They're all humble. You, Chris. Sorry, I gotta go back to Chris. Sister, you are an educator, correct? Chris?
She nodded her head.
Sorry, my duct tape is in the way. I got duct tape holding up my phone. I can't even see you guys. I gotta look up through the duct tape. Okay, and okay, so educator, you are how do I say trumpist? How do I? Are you a trumpist?
No, with
Trump. That's why I say the Trump. So yes, and you dance as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's Sundance's relatives. How many sun dancers do you know? I know one. Two.
Another one.
Chris Green, that's one.
I know Chris Green at Intertribal Radio. She's a sun dancer. And she plays the trumpet. And she's a teacher.
Wait, was that the Native American trumpet?
What?
Native American trumpet?
I've been like because I'm in a
April, turn off your mic.
Okay, right. I'm going. Look.
So I've been in this concert band and I've been avoiding it. Like I've been playing hooky, like my friend that I talked about that works at the travel school got me into doing it. But I don't want to go because they're fucking playing the Cowboys and America the Beautiful and like fucking Trail of Tears. I'm like, fuck off. I don't want to show up. But it's in the place that I went to school at. So it's like it, and where I used to do band in. And I'm like, well, this explains a whole bunch of shit. Like why I didn't get along with these people and all this other crap. But I'm like, I told this guy the other day, my friend, I was like, look, I don't even want to blow energy into my trumpet because of this shit. Like, I don't want to feed that spirit. It's a bunch of bullshit. I don't want to go. I don't want to do the concert. Like, I'm like, it doesn't feel right. So anyway, kind of off topic, but
right on. Loud.
My keeps echoing, but I think you're doing good. Don't do it.
Right? I'm like, shit, man, this stuff sucks.
So hey, since DMT T-Hawk isn't here, should we play a music video with him in it?
Yeah.
I have a couple of your songs still up here queued.
Send him the link.
Well, I already have a couple of her songs. I think I have the one here. Go in Peace. Is that the one?
Oh yeah. And Creator. If you could do Creator because Doc's on Creator. And Gary's not.
I don't
Gary's not. Sorry, I had to do that.
Yeah, I only have the Go in Peace, and I have Sidewalks, and I have the another one. I think we just played the one where you have your hook. So, but I mean, I can always go to YouTube and play all that. But like right now, I think
I forgot you guys. I got to be on mute. Remember, so I can't say my. Do it, G.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and Go in Peace.
To a bear, you a sheep, not a wolf. That's all I know. Motto Clan. Don't lie. Don't lie. See it in the air, let's clear the air. Don't lie. What is going on here? See it in the air, let's clear the air. See it in the air, let's clear the air. See it in the air, let's clear the air. See it in the air, let's clear the air. Except these prayers ain't going peace. Success you want doesn't come from the back you climb. Fuck round you right. I am indigenous hip hop. 24 years I stake the claim. Win or lose, I'm in this game. I play my part. Fuck a wannabe who wanna be me. Breach, colonize pen. Erase my truth in the booth. Speaking in the souls of future tense. Being in the present has the power to connect to what you can control. Culture, vulture, internet, show my marks and steps. I'm in control. Bitch, I'm in control. Fuck out of here, colonizers. Lie to me, just don't lie to you. Lie to me, just don't lie to you. Don't lie.
Indigenous rapper. You know what I mean? That's a big deal. That's a big stipulation in a lot of the things that we do as indigenous people, because you know, like you touched on, you know, at the end of the day, it's an identity crisis.
What a strange place to be. Hate not love yourself. No one else I wanna be. All my relations stop. I forgot. Hell nah, I'm speaking to you. Wanna know why it ain't getting any better for all people? Deep throat, race trade. leaders. System of support, keep a system in place. The caution let seize you. Got something for you. First lady. If I never wrote another song, hip hop will never forget about me, baby. If you ever wrote another song, will hip hop remember you, baby? Baby.
13th buck to Norda, Hungwe, no borders. Arrive to dimensions, ascend through the portals. Technique AC mortal, flow for the people. Float golden eagle, serpent wisdom sequel. Two rows equal, glow through the needle. Sun, moon, and stars, growing through the bars. Heal up like scars, music medicinal. Mushu technique original. Turtle owl subliminal, sovereign not criminal. Mindset medicinal. Malie Ofa, Agwe Ganganarukwa, Najoligo Wobila Washte. Some say Namaste, prayer sent right away. X1 gamma ray through the Milky Way. Convey the message, maintain the elements. Being the medicine, Earth is my residence. Discard the arrogance. Atlantean, Lumerian bundles we carry 'em. Luminarian surgeon, variant, lyrical valiance, warrior ambience, sacred like the salmon is. Talented, talentish, feeding the faminish, organic, no contaminants. Abstract alchemist, catalytic catalyst, falcon animant, thunderbird fabulous, ill phantom shit, bandit immaculance, crafting the magicness.
Right on. So that last part was DMT Hot.
Tight.
And that looks like April Finger. Have a
It's
technical
real tight. It's real tight. No, I'm not having technical. I was, you know, trying to make it interesting.
All right. Right on.
Either-
So I think I'm going to go ahead and check out Doc's page for one of his songs. Are you
Who?
up to that, Doc?
Who?
Doc.
Oh, yes, absolutely. He's got something to say.
Oh heck yeah, man!
Right
Am I
on,
feeding
brother.
back to it?
Here we are. Here's your page. I'm going to hop on your pics real quick. I like the one with the regalia. Oh, first, the nice little drum.
Oh yeah, my little Omaha round drum.
Right on. Man, I like the way you can see right through that. That's sweet.
Yeah, it was a good day.
And this was a good day? Heck yeah.
Oh man, yep, Valley of the Rogue State Park. That was like the first time in 20 years I danced over there.
Really?
They said we get to keep that space. They
Wow.
said they want to give us that space as a dance arena into perpetuity.
Wow. Awesome,
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate them for supporting us. So is this the graduation April's talking about?
Oh yeah. I just graduated my first bachelor's degree. I started late in the game. You know, I came in when I was 35. I found out I had Lyme disease. I went in to school as a biology student to try to figure out how to heal myself and other people that have the same kind of condition.
Yeah.
And a little ways into my schooling, I got hit by a drunk driver, and it totally changed my life. I lost a lot of my abilities that I had to, like mathematical reasoning and writing and stuff. And it just took me a long time to be able to get it back. That was about 2 years into my 4 years. And then that totally changed my whole path. I started getting interested in criminal justice and Native American studies, and I'd been doing a little bit of Native American studies, but I created my own major because they didn't have a major at the school. So I created a interdisciplinary dual major in criminal justice and Native American studies.
Man, they go hand in hand, Native Americans and criminal justice.
Yep.
Right on, brother.
Yeah, my plans to go. I've been talking with Oklahoma University about doing their Indigenous Peoples Law program to get a master's in Indigenous Peoples Law. If I can get the funding through the state and then start learning to write grants and stuff, I think it could be a lot of help.
Right on. So props up to you, man. We're all warriors in our own way. So, and here you are working on yours. So any more pics you want to check out? I'm trying to get to one of your videos. Share some of your music too.
Or tell that he went back to school and he's back in school.
Yeah, right on. So I'm just stalking you right now, checking out some of your pics. That's what I do, man. I stalk people.
That's a good way of putting it. He's stalking you. Anyways, Doc signed up to go back to school, right?
I'm looking into it right now.
Yeah.
Whoa, check that out. Word up.
Dang, that's
I got
before I got
oh,
my
by
horse.
the way, I do have my Sumite Wokla earrings on.
Yeah. Well,
See
we'll check
those?
it out when we get to you. Right
He
now,
said when we get to the
so I'm gonna try to play one of his songs since I have my stereo built.
I think you should.
Heck yeah. That's pretty cool. Did you do that?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was a sticker for the SOU powwow.
Awesome. Wow.
Yeah, that's we were leading in the grand entry at the Young Men's Prison Powwow over at the Oregon Youth Authority prison in Grants Pass.
Wow, that's awesome. Because prison, man, you lose your culture. I started up a thing when back when I had my other Native Outlaws before it got hacked and stolen. I was trying to find people in prison and find out what tribe they're from, and see if people could write them and share their, keep them connected to their culture. Having somebody speak your language to you would be pretty awesome. Because they take your identity, they give you a SID number. They don't really cut your hair nowadays anymore, but pretty much they take your SID number. You don't really get a practice culture, but the prisons are opening up that type of stuff, and that's pretty amazing that they do that to keep the natives connected to their culture.
Yep,
So
I agree.
that's
Yeah,
very
they
cool.
had a sweat over there. They had a sweat over there, and one of the kids stayed behind, and when they closed the lodge down, that kid stayed behind and he escaped, and then they shut down the program for 2 years or something. So they just started doing that again within the last couple of years.
Wow. Well, at least they're back at it. All right. So, do you do beadwork?
No, that was a gift.
A gift? That's pretty. I love the colors. I love the design. Right on. Oh,
Yeah,
family man.
yeah, those kiddos. They're Simon and Sabina. They're 11 and 9.5 now.
Time flies, man.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen this.
You've got two other kids too, little furry ones.
Oh yeah, my furry kids, my little bulldogs.
Yeah, that's an awesome pick right there. I like that.
Yeah, it's powerful. It's from a comic book, actually. I really like this. We were talking about the youth, and really, I think the more that we educate the youth, and the more that we really give them permission to take risks and healthy risks, the more that they know the more anyone knows the old ways, and then you can make that your way. You can make your way from the old ways. I think that it's important. We have out here, we do this elder youth gathering. I don't know, you probably know about that, a little bit more about that. Danny Wampipaw, he's one of the guys that used to put that on. And yeah, they've been doing that for a while. And I think it's just really important, the part of what I'm trying to do with this podcast is just educate people who, both native and non-native, who don't understand that Indian people are still here, and that not only are they here, we're also thriving, and that it blows people's minds. People come over. I know some people come over from Europe, and they say, "Oh yeah, we seen movies and we thought that all the Indians were gone."
Yeah,
it's really interesting to them when they know that there's lots of Indian people and they have Indian friends and learn things, go to ceremony, go see powwows and all kinds of stuff, and it just blows their minds. It's kind of fun. So I like being part of that. That's why I created this podcast to kind of like help educate the general public about, you know, who's here, what they're doing, what the struggle is, what the past was like, what the present is like, and then what we can think about for the future.
Right on. Props up to you, brother. So, yeah, and you know, also the message is it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, really, 500 years is close.
One of the biggest things I hear is, why do you guys, you know, crying? It was just so long ago, you know, and it's not, because my mom was sent to residential school, and
Yeah.
that affected me. So it was just a generation ago.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my grandma, she called it refinement. You know, she was from Oklahoma originally, and then she said she remember going to visit her Navajo relatives when she was 6, and then by the time she was 8 years old, her and her mom were both jingle dress dancing, and then she said that they until they moved them from their spot. So she was young enough to be on the third rung of the Trail of Tears for our people. In Cherokee, we were only, you know, 8%, and 8% is a lot, you know. But everybody had their story. Everybody has their Trail of Tears.
Yeah. And yeah, you know, I appreciate how we're all just a cog in this thing called Intertribal Radio. We all do our separate things, and you know, like April lost her job because maybe they didn't like how she was doing her things, but April's cool with letting us do our own thing. So yeah, and you know, fortunately, we're all individuals, and we all just don't play music like you hear.
I just have to correct you on that statement. I showed up for work. It wasn't about what I did. It was because my guests did not do their interview. I just have to say that one more time.
Well,
My
what I'm
guest.
trying to say is, April's not going to fire me up. So yeah, we all pretty much do our own thing and have free reign. So, you know what? I really appreciate doing the podcast because they're out there forever, and they just multiply. You know, when I started doing the podcast, I put it on, of course, Anchor FM, Spotify. I also put it on Google and maybe one other platform. But some way, somehow, I'm on or iTunes. Man, just so many places that I never even put myself on. Some way, somehow, I've expanded. So anyway, the thing about the podcast, they're not going to be taken away. They're just out there and growing. I think that's really cool. And man, I'm making, you know, some money off my podcast because of my commercial. So they're monetized. So that's pretty cool. Because man, it takes a lot of work to do a podcast. You know, to put one together. You know, yeah. To do a 1 hour podcast, I put about 3 hours into it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You know, I started this podcast. April asked me to start this podcast after we'd talked a little while, and I jumped on this song with her creator, and I decided that I wasn't going to monetize this podcast because there's so much information out there that's already been done. So yeah. A lot of this podcast is just me compiling information that work that people have already done it. It's perfect already the way it is. It's like, why not let the people who have that experience tell that story? So yeah, so that's my intention behind that podcast. I'm going to start another one. Probably I'm going to try to monetize that podcast because it's going to be more directed to the public, and then to be able to bring in revenue to help with the mentoring programs that I want to get involved with, and some other projects I have going on that I want to get more people involved with, just to get the word out and get people's voices heard and their experiences. And so it's going to focus on like the dream time and the reality and how important it is. You know, like in my family, I remember we wake up and then we talk about our dreams. That's like the first thing that we would do. You know, and sometimes that dream, it supports you through your next couple of days, the things that happens in your dreams, you know. So I think it's really important. It's not something that really I think too many people are touching on. And yeah, I just want to get the public a chance to have their voices heard too, and then inspire more people to try to find more people to support in this process, getting their voices out there, getting their creativity heard, getting their artwork seen. And you know, because we could take this thing like a podcast and break it down and say, this is a really normal thing for people to do in this time, because this is like the technological era, right? But what can we do to think about it? What could we do that's completely different, rather than doing what's already been done, something that's already been done in a different way? So that's my intention.
And the medicine.
Yeah.
And the medicine. That's that too. That's your intention, really, Doc. Is the medicine, because this is each of us got our own medicine. And that's the constant reminder that we are you know, reminding relatives to remember is that we are the medicine. And we've got a lot of relatives that can't get off the res because they can't get past that res thinking. And we've got to do it. We've got to stop thinking like a reservation and start thinking like a nation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Good words.
that
I've heard that
also,
somewhere before.
yes, and it requires that we
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
utilize. Well, it requires that we utilize these advancements in technology. Because to keep it real, the reservation is not traditional.
Yeah. Yeah. You said it.
That's a prisoner of war camp.
Yeah.
That's what it really is, and we've got to get beyond them borders. Only borders we setting are boundaries.
Or line.
We are
Don't cross our line. That's our border.
Time to
right.
set in love.
Well, not only that, but on an even more personal level, we're creating boundaries in our own personal lives, right? We are taking control of teaching others how to love us. And so we ain't doing borders. We're creating boundaries, because we are in a position and have always been in a position to teach others how to love us, you know? And so that's what I'm on. That's what all of you guys are on. And maybe we continue to inspire our other relatives. Because none of us, I don't know where that handbook is. I don't know that handbook of life. I don't know it on parenting. I don't know it on how to be a woman. I don't know it how to be a mother. I don't know how to be a sister.
In your
You know what I'm
DNA.
saying?
Just in your DNA.
Right. Exactly. And so it's that remember who the fuck we are, relatives, and we are that First Nation. First Nation walk and talk.
Yeah. Right on. All right, April. I'm going to try to squeeze in one of Doc's songs here.
Really, Josh? You had to show that picture.
Oh, do
Which
the other
one
one.
you want to do?
Do the first one, the other one.
This one?
Chris, you'll have to teach me how to do your screen. I don't know how to do a screen like that.
Yeah.
So everybody has to see you.
All
Everybody has to see me.
Here we go. Some music by Doc J. Gray Fox. To show you how you hit me on him. I know how to be set under the rug on it. A lot to see the city and just I hope this was pieces he has still be accountability for shit. Run away from your responsibilities. Of course you do. Heal. Yep. Do you choose him? Do you live? Don't realize fucking dumb shit. Don't cast you up or have no one come out. Again, I hope you found it after you or do you? But you don't tell your son. Just in time to tell your daughter you know this is why. I hope and you use it against them. You go, no. You don't sleep on shit like you do sharks. Snarky, sneaky. It's what he has. All those little hang-ups he has. Sneaky away and shit. Can't trust you. I can't talk to you. Leave us alone. Respect your children, not every other day. That's
side, and I am not a good person, sad all the time. I've been hateful just to you, that is you. And I don't give a fuck whatever. Saying you got hate for your old life. What's crazier would be shit that would never fly on the real world but flying yours. Aggressive would never do that. I would have catching kids going off to the military position. Why the fuck we don't like this mom? She don't raise him right. Just popped up on a stupid trip, trying to kick in my door, called her dad, and broke his back from my supply. Took him to fuck her now, that is her kid. I will never understand all the shit we went through. With that great-great-grandma opened a house of prostitution. He just take care of the body. Quit trying to feminize your dude. Better recognize this thing you got is grooming you.
Hi, Julie.
I would say never wanted to discredit you staunchly against I'm a victim of something. Super now you're a villain too. Making a new profile every 2 seconds, multi-dimensional, multimedia, shape-shifting. Bet all 5,000 friends are just a creative genius? No. An AI shapeshifter evil. Shit to do with somebody with saying, yeah, Johnny, they just made strong. All my funny going, oh my god, super Johnny. Chris Hopper securing positions in tribe, startup money for weed, that boy in San Francisco Savage, or whatever the fuck their name is, a new one of those videos last time, Chiba from the Grasshopper. Also need to put, because of Omaha, baby, that bitch lives in Omaha, she's got numbers up there. Right? I do all the shows and he'll for the code. So how get for the numbers stand, you want to jump on this track, and you better get your number one fan, Winchester from Williams in the soul, that shit has the ancestors click. You would have to, would have thought that would have been good enough.
Every song's got its dance.
Fucking awesome.
Here we go. Doc J. Gray Fox.
In the window, innuendo, it used to be that type of people got bored, or was it that administration said it was a few more cases, Joey Ray, tattoos, so me, and the settler intense where he pushes me, punishing, taking extreme measures to get simple things, so thanks for the thanks, I gotta cut you loose, hope it's worth it. They do this on purpose, are you sure you were good, with the alcohol, silly with the drinking and the food, that's really no way for you to escape it, I told you this would be your back for. So for you, stretch out to go, like all the while, saying like I'm not like that, it's not me, I'm different personality, a convention must be true for a liar, just like them, just like the rest. I said, away from Myers, makes no sense, just to be the best, also have to be undefeated best in the world. Good God, tell your brothers, stabbing the bones, stabbing the better, because I walk with them, and my friends better tell them, better tell me you're wrong, so stop, I don't see how it was me, and not you, and never address the English generation trauma, which you refuse to confess all the while you're walking, sitting hard hand in with death, talking about your injury and your rape, was talking, got no time for addicts, you're always going to fuck up, I'm so done with obvious who you are and what all you're about. I can feel how you're longing for that. Other men drinking those that it's going for me to be with the Western men, we don't mix up. Like oil and water, oil and vinegar, I don't want it, I'm just waiting for that. So obviously I get to choose their destiny. I know that you are inside of me, also have outside knowledge of truth, seen asset research is being curious. That the language research is taking things apart, taking back together, and taking them back to us, and then saying, here it goes, now better is this what it means, already down there. For the time I go dreams and a piece of the second mind. With various flag ties making sure the weird of the bones, I got much lies, fear, claiming it's activism, frontiers, maybe more rebel team, up putting the visualizing by the baby arms, trauma bands, and so fire shit in their treaties with the actual fuck man. Rejuvenate you leader can't stand it, so please expand upon it. Fire is aesthetic, they're vector because they're relatives and stand it and all that strain and then get on to the island. Man, the full blessings with a dark sky for those in the front of the ecosystems, people with flashes out and everything. Take them out, giving you the fuck know the damn things. Come on, there's not enough to say. I'm packing the class right now. This is not inviting people into the scope of the futures. Creeds are lost, and we were made lost. We were both here first, and we're people lost. I know this shit. We're talking of loss, recycling space, the use of all our mental resources, faculties, curiosity, and accuracy, design, figuring figured out by the right to be, to live, and work, chosen in the ultimate act of self-sacrifice, and paper, soliciting dreams. Life to become more than just participating in just one less than thing less blind eye of bond reading the right to see exist and free of conception, obsolescence, objectification, movements by birth of these pale skinned creatures, see no colors, no difference, and make everything else agree, but not me, we don't want to, we don't want no God, showing on beings, it's our ways, not theirs.
Right on, brother.
This is Body Talking.
Thanks, bro.
So music, that's something you play with, or you put some thought into it, or you're trying to do music? I know April says that you guys play around sometimes, and you kind of got some songs out.
Yeah, I just am like, I got really inspired by slam poetry.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of like to throw my words over some beats that I'm liking, and then I've been working on creating some of my own beats, and yeah, you know, that's part of why I'm not monetizing anything either, because it's you know, it's like it belongs to everybody, so we can all be inspired by each other and help each other use each other's beats and words, and it doesn't have to be something that has to be copywritten and explained, because we're all part of the same thing. So, you know, unless you want to go that way and then copyright away.
Right on.
But yeah, I just wanted to point out in that song, you know, this whole thing about them calling us indigenous creatures on the news, right? You can hear in that song, when I put that song out last month, one of the lyrics in there is these pale skinned creatures, right? And then another song too called Tacos that I wrote, it's it mentions this again, right? It says these pale creatures coming into the light, jacked up on coffee and fully white. I'm black now, red and yellow now, primary.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So I was glad to hear that. You know, they said that on the news. I feel like maybe I inspired them.
Yeah. Right on. How cool is that? All right, where'd my multi-screen go? It looks like...
That is really cool.
Where are you at, April? You disappeared.
Oh, I'm right here. I'm trying to stay out of it. I'm trying to, you know.
All right.
Well. I'm gonna learn how to make Chris's screen. Oh wait, your face is back. How do you get the screen with the image? Because I don't know how to do that.
Okay, hold on. I might have to add you back on here.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Add me back on there? I'm not on there.
No, you're not on the multiple screen. Here, I'll show you where you are. You're here.
You don't see me now? Oh,
there you are.
Yeah,
I've been yourself. But then here I go.
I've been here the whole time. Been here. Did you see my cedar in the air and my?
Well, I saw you bouncing around back there.
Yeah.
Let's clear the air.
Cedar in the air. Let's clear the air.
Hey, I might have that song.
Can we hear that, please?
Did you find it?
Please.
So let me see what else I have. I have.
What about sidewalks? You know, we can give it to them that way too.
We'll do sidewalks, and then I will. Man, I'm doing no screen right now. That's terrible.
Oh, how about creator?
Producer.
We could do creator.
Well, let me pop up sidewalks. While that's playing, I will pop up creator on YouTube. All right.
Awesome.
So here goes sidewalks.
Right.
4-1's April Satchel.
Dane Street. These niggas ride dick way better than me. These niggas pillow talking with the freeze. How you a boss round with your tank on E? Hold on, try me, bitch. This that gotta shit. Body shit, your life, body shit. Hold on, try me, bitch. This that gotta shit. Body shit, your life, body shit.
Y'all big rock, y'all big drip, y'all big bitch shit, shot collar shit. First lady, indigenous precision to spit. If I ain't, tell me who the fuck she is. Say it again, what you gonna do to me? Say it again. You don't wanna try me, bitch. Try me, bitch. Type through my producer's name. Winner who I is. Making the rules you losers live by. Reasons they make sidewalks. So hood, so street. Say what I mean. Mean what the fuck I say. Opinions have no value. Dug behind these words. If you didn't cover for me, I open the fuck you pay me for your disrespect. All the brakes extended. So, gotta turn that brake into a switch. I beat your ass, bitch. See about me, bitch. Google about me, bitch. Heard they called me, walked on fire. Didn't get burnt, bitch. Salute when my name enters the room. Reputation earned. Midwest gangsta gang. Get up out your feelings, bitch. Ain't no one feeling your shit.
Woo, hardcore. Anyway, Doc disappears, so there's the picture of me and him together. So, crossing paths at the powwow.
Absolutely.
All right, so here we are now. April's back. Doc disappeared.
Mm-mm.
So I think he was like dancing or something, and he kicked his phone, or I don't know what happened. But
I can't wait to watch it.
yeah,
You know, to go back and see it. I cannot wait. I really can't.
Center yourself so we can see you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now we're on YouTube. Indy41.
Oh, what up, YouTube? This is your girl Indy41, and this is Native Outlaws. This is Native Outlaws.
Heck yeah, all day, all
and
night.
I'm with Native Outlaws Most Wanted, Gary Janess.
Right on. Native supporting natives. That's what's all
Native
about.
supporting natives, yes, and Intertribal Radio.
Right on. And right now we're YouTubing it.
Ooh, what up, YouTube?
So
what up, Twitch? What up, Facebook?
Right
Where
on.
else we at? Where else we at?
So,
yeah, we said Intertribal. Where else we at? We all over this piece.
Right on. So hey, what song would you like to listen to from your list of songs to play?
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
I
got
Creator.
a screen right in front of us. So
Creator. Or Creator. Creator. Yeah.
Here, Creator.
All right, homies, I'm gonna jump off.
All right,
Thanks
bro.
for having me on here.
You're back. Let's get back on here real quick.
You kicked the phone and you were dancing, Doc?
No, I just turned off the video for a sec. Go to the bathroom.
Yeah, we did not want to see that. Thank you.
All right,
brother. So you are heading out then?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off. Have a good night. All right.
All right, you too.
Yep. Thanks for
inviting me. On the red road, brother.
Yep. Yahoo. What up?
Oh, thank you, Doc.
Appreciate you. All right.
Right on.
Going to doggo. Huh.
Native pride, loud and proud. All right, so what were we gonna do? We were gonna play a song.
Creator. Oh.
Yes, Creator. See if I can find it. Creator. Here we go.
So Creator is. I was gonna say Creator is Santa Clara, Black Seven.
Intertribal Radio.
I need you right now. Listen, here it is me again. And I know what I'm about to say. I've said it before, you heard it before. This time ain't like before. Nah. Creator, I'm so tired. And I miss my soul. So feelings, what I wanna feel. I understand the loneliness and the need to not feel. I got purpose to fulfill. A job only my mother can heal, and her mother can heal. Cycle breakers. One of the few not broken by the cycle. Man with the wrong direction. But I'm not lost. But I'm not lost. Can you hear me? I need you right now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Good night, Ryder. Thank you for tuning in.
I need you right now. Can you hear me?
What I eat, sheep, apple, a fate. Out of the way, rule order. Back, show. Naja, Aisha, Oria, Mamona. That, Ayalera, sheep, apple, Shisapara, Oria, Toka, Subuna, Mamona, Toka, Abo, what? Amore che scetti venire, però coccare con che se poi che non che non ad che te non la recordano che así que timo amore che non fare sempre non lavavo di cairi así que timo di amore che non hara jokuru che ritinga che si che no afre ya que se ritinga no interna tabe no cochiri che aqui é jokuru detto no cochiri esse menga boi que tem na hora sul na que agora que tem no sul na hora já ficou correco aqui agora que tem na eu gira tem boca cano coisa eu não sei que é algo bom que é coco barco já tem linha algo bom barco tem ali para que tabe sou único como Koja Abomon, Omaki Eri, Udo Korekenon, Jabomon, Abiapurimun, Ariankadina, Ayamun, Naon Tana, Arubaka, Mukot.
April disappeared.
Everybody's going away.
Yep. Me and you're still going strong.
Kind of, I'm like over here, like, nah.
Yeah. I hear ya. Let me fix this.
Stand my ground, 10 toes down, protected by your shield. One of the few still on my soul, and my will is mine. Awake and not blind, tell me fair, am I one of the prize still earned by you?
All right, Chris.
I need you right
Just being
now.
you.
Hellbound, can you take away those? Can you take away the pain?
Take it away, Chris. This is your part. You gotta fill in for her.
I like this
See
song.
if she
Other
hot.
than that, head nod. Like,
Yeah. Hey, there's Doc.
yeah, right. There he is.
Yep.
I need you right now. I need you right now. I need you right now.
Hey, April. I need you right now. I can hear you.
Can't see you either.
I need you
He's
right
here in spirit. No. Like Doc was trying to get me to do a song.
Yeah.
I kind of started it, but didn't finish it because yeah. So that's Doc right there.
That's Doc?
Yeah,
That's cool. I did not know that.
that's him. Did she know she got dropped?
Yeah, I think she hung up or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not seeing her. Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got going on?
I was gonna say like you're asking about videos. The only ones I have are like from from some clips from Gorillas and movements.
Yeah.
In the girls.
Well, while we're here, just me and you, what I wanted to point out was that you were at the hallucination. You were doing live feed and sharing it to your page, and just out there being a part of the community and trying to share what you can.
Yeah.
So that's what we do. It's kind of it's what I do. It's what I was just doing last night, going to a powwow, bringing it to the people that can't be there. So, and also that's part of what I do on my podcast is I play powwow music that I come across. So, yeah, just trying to share pride and help the indigenous community, and let everyone else know that we're still here.
Yeah. I tried to kind of do that like what you do. Kind of at another powwow too, and I learned from you just by watching your videos and everything and seeing like how you talk and trying to kind of do some of that. I think we look very different. I've gotten bitched out a couple
Then we,
times.
yeah,
Do you get bitched out like sometimes by people because like
I don't get bitched,
um
but I mean, I'm fairly
you're a big
dark.
guy, I would mess with you.
Yeah, that too. That. So no, nobody says anything, and I'm pretty loud and proud about who I am and what I'm about. So, and being
Nice.
pretty big helps too. But even strong women, having a voice is threatening to weaker men. So, but you got to keep, you got to do your part. You got to be that strong woman to help empower other women to be strong.
Right. Right.
Uh,
I've tried to I've done a few live videos and stuff like that, but
yeah,
one in a power and then like you said at that one at the
yeah. Go
hallucinate.
live. It's not easy, It's but it's you get used to it. It actually becomes fun. So I have
You've been
fun.
doing it for like 10 years, right? Or something like that.
I've been
More
doing
than
like feeds. I've been doing Native Outlaws on Facebook for 10 years, but
nice.
doing these live feeds, I've only been doing these for maybe 4 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I've always gone to powwows, and I go live for grand entry, and that was the only time I really went live. Is just for grand entry, saying who I am, where I'm at, what powwow. And stay tuned and watch more videos later. But when the powwows were gone, 2020,
Mm.
so COVID, there were no more powwows. There's nothing for me to do, so I started buying artwork, and I have all kinds of stuff laying around, like Korean English, and
Oh, nice.
I haven't framed this yet. Artwork from Adrian Larvey,
Oh, that's beautiful.
and he's local to Portland, Oregon. And so
Oh,
anyway, what I did was bought artwork. I bring it home and I would talk about it and make a video. That's how I started just getting back onto doing lives. Because there's no powwows, it's not easy to just come up here and talk about nothing or something unless you
yeah.
have people to talk with. So, I always appreciate the people that are on here commenting and helping me, make a video.
Right.
Otherwise, it's like a podcast. Podcast, it's fun because you can always redo it. If you mess something up, go back, redo it. Live, you can't do that. But I'm talking to myself and I'm just putting a podcast with no audience. And man, I've gotten used to doing live feeds. I really, really enjoy it. But podcasts are a little different. It is some
Right.
work. It does take work to put those things together. But you know what? When you have a podcast out there, it's out there forever.
Right.
These videos can go away. Facebook can just take my page away at any time. But of course, I've been putting my videos out on YouTube, Twitch, Odyssey. So they'll be out there. But
So you're copying them too, right? Like you're recording these, so
Yeah.
because Facebook will make live videos go away eventually.
Yeah.
Like,
But you know what? I've been learning a lot of tricks. I've been trying to work with April on that. And man, I go back to all my Facebook videos and I screen record them.
oh, okay.
I play them again and I tell my phone or my iPad to record whatever's on my screen. And that's how I've been stealing my videos, my live feed videos back and putting them on YouTube. Yeah,
Nice.
whatever you want to call it. But
that's good.
I've been learning a lot of stuff doing the streaming, and like what I'm doing right now is my OBS, my onboard studio, how I can do split screens, pop up pictures, pop up music, and do multi-streaming. Like right now, I am on Twitch also, and I see Miss 41 is here on Twitch. So Miss 41, I can't get back through the link. Well, you got to end somewhere. So I guess me and Chris Green are gonna hold up the Intertribal podcast birthday party.
Yeah. Woo!
No, members come and go, right? So we're always looking for new people. So I guess right now it's me and Chris doing Intertribal radio. But it's been April's thing. So
right. Yeah.
Right on. So she's watching me over on Twitch. This is an example of why you need other platforms. Because, April just got back on Facebook. April was taken off Facebook for like a month. But because of what I have going on right now, I was able to put April on Facebook on a live feed. Because right now you're not on Facebook. You're on my link to my OBS studio thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it made me feel good to give April a voice back on Facebook when they took it away. So it's like, man, I'm learning all these tricks and stuff, and it's pretty cool.
Is that an app then? OBS Studio? Is that like some kind of app?
It's an app because I don't have a computer. iPhones, the OBSs, they don't really have them for iPhones, but there's an app for everything. So yeah. So I'm not going to say it out loud. I'm not going to give everyone my secrets. I'll tell you if you want to know, if you're interested in doing something like this.
Yeah. I got your email address. So
yeah, or Facebook. So
yeah, that works. Cool.
Right on. So I'm glad to be a part of the Intertribal Radio podcast, and I'm glad you're a part of it. And it was kind of intimidating at first, but it gets easier and it becomes fun. And it helps you with your voice. You created your own platform where you can share your own voice, and hopefully you can share the voice of other people too.
Eventually, that's I think part of it. There's a lady I work with that I thought about seeing if she'd let me interview her and stuff. She's been at the school for 38, 40 years or so.
Podcasts are easy because there's no camera.
Right.
So people are more willing to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's good for you. You're able to do that. And because of where you're at, as far as being in the community with their youth and of course with their elders, parents, sisters, brothers, you're part of the community. Right. So, if they find out that, hey, who you are, what you're doing outside of, teaching, you're also doing podcasts, they're going to hear about it and probably seek you.
Yeah, some of them do. Some of them talk about it. Stuff. I'm not really reckless. I work hard. I advocate for the kids. Sometimes I piss people off. They don't want anything to do with me. Sometimes it's because I work really hard to make sure that those kids get the supports they need and stuff. So sometimes I'll say the hard things to people and stuff. So
Yeah, well, that's why
you
I'm
know,
here to loud and proud. Sometimes I got to call people out. Sometimes I got to call them out and call them a pretendian and a little bitch.
what's next?
Somebody's got to do it, and
So
I'm proud to step up and do that.
April said she got hacked. Is that what she said?
Yeah, she wanted me to put that up there. Tell the truth, I got hacked. So yeah, she got hacked. I got hacked. I lost my first Native Outlaws because, like I said, I've been doing this for 10 years, but 5 years on this platform right here. But I did 5 years on another Native Outlaws that got hacked and stolen. So, I know what April's going through. And, I told her, you know what? I almost gave up, but fuck, I came back stronger. And when I built Native Outlaws again, I made sure to do these live feed videos because the last one I had, I really didn't go out there. I like being anonymous. Nobody really knew who Native Outlaws was. I kind of
Right.
liked it. But anyway, once I got hacked, I decided, you know what? I need to let everyone know who's running this page because it'll never get hacked again or stolen or whatever.
Right.
So, Native Outlaws on any platform, you're going to see this logo and this face. Because if I have the chance,
People
I have
know.
live videos. So,
Yeah.
I do want to start up season 2 for me for Native Outlaws on Intertribal Radio. Looking
Nice.
forward to it. So, yeah, I got some ideas. So, looking forward to being a part of the team again.
Good.
You were kind of passing, you were coming in. I was kind of working my way out to do what I'm doing right here, is
Right.
to learn how to do this OBS thing, learn how to multi-stream, because right now I'm on Twitch and Facebook.
Oh yeah.
So I've pretty much got it down pretty good. I'm about ready to go back to doing podcasts. But I think I might want to do these podcasts. I want to do them on my studio, do it live for maybe Twitch. Because on Facebook, I can't just play copyright music or stuff that's already been done. Like what Doc was saying, that's kind of why he didn't want to monetize his. It's because, it's pretty much I'm just using other people's stuff and putting it together. Of course, adding my own flavor to it. But,
Right.
it does take a lot of work to put a podcast together.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't mind it being monetized because that's just the option that Anchor is offering.
Right. Right. It does take a lot of research too. Like
But you know
really
what?
I say, yeah.
Not the fans. It's not the fans who's giving us money. It's Anchor itself. They want
Oh
us
really?
to podcast for them.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Because it's like here, use our platform, we'll pay
Well, when
you.
you get like 100 views, you will be monetized, and then you'll make a little commercial, and you'll put it at the beginning of your podcast, and as soon as they play it, you get monetized. You make like maybe I don't know how much, 10 cents off each
Ooh.
you listen, whatever. Yeah, I'm up to $5 right now, so.
Oh man, what are you gonna do with that? You're gonna go to like Hawaii or something? Just kidding. I'm just messing with
Yeah, we'll see.
you. New Zealand.
I'll invest it in a lottery ticket.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, the American way. So let's see. I got a lot of comments from Twitch. Oh, it's all Miss 41. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything out on her. Relative, she works at an all indigenous school, right?
Thank you.
So you're in the mix, and they'll see you as a beacon and come to you, and man, maybe they'll want to tell their story. Like, man, maybe an elder will want to talk about residential schooling, what he or she went through.
There's a
So,
few people that I definitely feel like I would like to connect to out there, especially because I worked there before. Um, uh, that's funny. I worked there before, like 20 years ago, and it's shifted a lot. Like it's because I was talking to this lady. She's the elder that I work with, the one I was just talking about that's been there for like 38 years, and she said that I said, it seems like there's less elders now than then. And she's like, it kind of is that way. And back
yeah.
when we used to go sit in this place called the Wecklium, and like it's still there. I mean, it's the community center. But we used to take the kids there, and they had to sit there and listen to elders talk for a long time, and sometimes they had to stand up for a really long time. And I know COVID kind of was a part of all that, but it's. I started back like a couple of years ago, so I'm on my third year there, and so we're just starting to do stuff that's not COVID related. But from my understanding, they don't go to the Weklami anymore to listen to the elders speak and stuff. So there's when I was there before, they had like a canoe, like a a carving shack, like right outside. So the kids, if they were having a hard time, they could go carve with the carving teacher and stuff. So there's this whole other way of being back then that
Yeah.
it seems a little lost in some ways, but they're trying to
Not just talking about it, but being about it. And yeah, learning about it and applying it to your life and learning the skills of carving a canoe or
right. It's not there. They don't have a carving for there and stuff. So it's interesting. The shift is what I'm trying to say between back when to now, and
yeah, you
um,
can see it.
but they're still working to keep the language going and the culture going and stuff like that. I mean, they're still working with the kids, working really hard out there. It's
Yeah.
just different when the people that live closer to the time that um where things were less colonized, those voices are starting to go, and so that's why I'm saying talking to some of those people now and hearing their stories is good. I know other people are doing it anyway, reaching out to those elders and everything. So
Yeah, because without their stories, we're just going to have to listen to what history says.
exactly,
History.
right,
That's why you need to hear the elders speak because they share the truth. And, and when you listen, you know that they're still passing on the same truth. So, you have the old generation telling a story, you have one right behind him listening to it, and he'd probably already heard it from the elder above that elder, so they, counterbalance each other, double check each other, however you want to look at it. But
right,
that's just one way that's the way that natives told the stories was to tell stories from, the elders passing it down. And then all those
right,
people in between keep making sure it's the same story. So,
right.
because his story is his story.
Yes,
Yeah, colonizers discovered America and made it the country it is. Yeah, that's history. So, Christopher Columbus discovered America. Yeah, that's history. So, but you and I know the truth.
Fuck that and let colonizers tell that story. We ain't gonna tell that story.
Hey, guess who's
she's
back?
back.
Back again.
I'm
Let's
back,
put
and
a
you know what?
face to it.
Well, you are absolutely fabulous. You are
What happened,
absolutely
April? So
say what?
you were able to set that link up again?
I'm back.
Right on. I was just curious on what happened.
I don't know, G.
Okay.
I don't know, but I'm
Because
back. I'm in.
like I said,
I'm in the house.
I'm trying to figure this thing out too.
Yeah, I'm in the house.
Because this is
Well,
all new to me. I've learned how to use this thing, but having guests on here is kind of new to me. Especially
okay, and then
especially having that.
I will go a step further. I don't even want to talk like this, but your relatives, my phone is off, and that's the real life shit. My phone's off, and I gotta rely on the internet to even jump on it. So don't get caught up and confused in thinking that what you see on the internet and who people represent. They what you see ain't always really who they are. You're just seeing a representative of what they want you to see. Look, relatives, my shit's off, and who knows? You know what I mean? I probably moved the wrong way.
Yeah.
To keep it real, I probably moved the wrong way, and that's why I got kicked off. And I had to go all back through it, just to jump back on. But we keeping it all the way here, real. And back to what I was saying is, um, both of you are such a blessing and humble as shit, man. Humble, real humble, and you guys got a lot of medicine. So do our relatives. And
So are we
that's that.
scared that we all got something off or something?
Yes,
So,
right.
April, I'm
And that's
do you have room for any more members, any more podcasters? I mean,
absolutely,
I might know one or two
absolutely.
people who have an interest. So
Well, and that's what I wanted to talk about real quick before we jump off, because we can go and we can go.
yeah, gotta
Um.
get ready for Monday though.
So
Clock.
uh, we've been going hard all week at Intertribal. In celebration of our 1 year anniversary. And we've been having legends, right? And so I just want to share with relatives, just recap real quick about who has stopped by Intertribal this week, and we've been blessed with we have Plex, you know, First Nation Peguis, relative, and man, he brought red flags, and that song is about man, um those benefiting off of claiming indigenous status, but more than that, it's about our relatives that have they don't even know, they don't know, but they out there claiming that they know, and that's not First Nation walk and talk, you know.
Yeah.
That red road, that ain't one of those that you could just, 1 foot in and 1 foot out, you know. And it's not the same for every relative, you know. It is it's a commitment.
And
It's a
sometimes
commitment.
hard walk.
Who is it not, G?
Sometimes.
Because you almost well, I don't want to say you almost, because you really didn't, but you want it, when you lost Hank, you know you had a moment there, and I probably would have fucked off too, but you didn't, and so that um it's hard, and it can be even harder when you don't have a support system, you know. I, relatives like me and you, G, we don't, and Chris, please forgive me, sister. We're trying to identify, we're trying to really, now that we peeled all the way and we're where we're at in life right now, we're still trying to figure it out. Who are we? Because there is that addiction to being told what to do, how to do it, who to be, what to say, what to think, where to go, and you know, uh, First Nation is decolonizing. Decolonization is necessary by all parties involved. It's not just indigenous. Think about all the abuse those, relatives of colonizers, right? Think about how they abuse their own into this type of thinking. Fuck, shit. We can bear this shit. We can bear this shit all day. Here's the fucked up part is that we got to that point where we fucking thought that we were the minority when we've always been the majority. The majority, shit. They one fuck away from being extinct, but we ain't. And every day, every moment, every breath, may it be to inspire ourselves, that spirit within, but may it be to inspire our legacy, the next generation, and our ancestors. You know, and my ancestors, where would we be? Think about it. The story of the boarding schools, right?
Yeah.
That's in our DNA. But it was those ancestors that pushed those babies up our burden of truth, you know? And so act accordingly, relatives, living or not. The spirit never dies.
So here
And
we are putting up a wall against genocide. You know,
ooh,
we could have just accepted being assimilated. You
mm,
know, me and Chris were talking about. I was saying how my mom went to residential school. I grew up white. I could have just kept being that way, but man, I just had it in my heart, and I had pride, and man, I'm just loud and proud about it. So I
well,
could
that's what I was going to say. Is look at
decolonize.
your guys's.
I
Look
was going
at
to
your
say
guys's to
decolonize.
go out
When
there.
people
Yeah,
talk about, people say, if you want to decolonize, why don't you give your car away? And it's like, you know what? I'm talking about decolonizing by relearning my culture and bringing it back to my life right now. I'm still going to drive my
right.
car in my house, going to pray the way my
Yeah.
did,
Right, because I'm gonna provide my children with the same opportunity that y'all provided yours.
and I'm going to use
Right,
old school remedies and medicines instead of pharmaceutical. And you know, that's decolonizing. It's not fucking, you know, getting rid of your car and go riding a horse and shit. So, but
right,
that's what people
right.
think.
Or even when they throw in the internet, when they say how traditional is the internet to your people.
No, it's not, but
Well,
it's a
how about this?
that's
How traditional is it to be disrespectful, whether it's to your own or to someone else? You know what I'm saying? And that's all that fucking conversation ends up being about, you know, is just some level of disrespect. So, fuck them all. Fuck them all. Fuck out of here.
well,
You
make
know
sure
what I'm
you never
saying?
tell it to their face, though. That's why we're here. That's why I'm
That
here.
is exactly why we're here. Because we ain't the past. And we'll fuck you up. So you better choose wise. I know, listen, I know we come in peace.
But
We
not
we
unconditional,
absolutely.
not unconditional love. So I hear that talk
So,
a lot.
but
We should all live, with unconditional love. Well, you know what? You need words to step up and knock a motherfucker out. So,
and some accountability, right?
right.
Because there's got we ain't going nowhere if we don't have no accountability. Well, guess what? I'm taking that accountability back to where the fuck we fucked up. I ain't greeting motherfuckers with heart no more. I'm greeting them with warrior spirit, and may my warrior spirit awaken the warrior within you, relatives. All day, every day. It's a good day to be indigenous.
And to be loud and proud about it.
Oh, and thank you, Pilamia, Gary. You know, Native Outlaws Most Wanted, Gary Janess. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
for this opportunity right now, and humbly and accepting, relative, on behalf of
All about
Intertribal, on behalf of, yes,
Intertribal Radio.
um, and behalf of my spirit, as Way Yuani Hawin, aka Indy 41, First Lady of Indigenous Hip Hop, you know, um, and see Chongu, Lakota, you know,
Yeah. Loud and
that's
proud.
how that's how I identify, you know,
Right
not
on.
not 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 nothing of the past. It's all right, and
So,
God,
April, check out the comment up here.
what was it? I can't. Gee, I can't see that. Sorry, babe.
All right. Well, David Allen Moon from Dave Moon TV says he'd like to join the video discussion next week. So take care, comrades. So anyway, I do owe him an interview. He supports me on Facebook and jumped over to Twitch. But anyway, he did mention that he's interested in doing podcasts as well.
Come on with it, relative. We need you.
So, Dave, if you're interested in doing podcasts, they're easy to do, they're fun to do. And man, that's why we're here right now. We're talking about it, how we are all part of Intertribal Radio. And I've been doing it. I did 30 episodes. Chris Green just did 30 episodes. April's, I don't know how many, 100, but whatever. So anyway,
Whatever.
we do need more natives to be loud and proud. And whatever you want to talk about, that's up to you, man, because we all have something different to offer. So, but hey, we need more relatives. We ideally wanted to podcast every day of the week, but we don't have that many members. So Dave Moon, if you're interested, let me know. We'll chat, and I can point you out in some apps.
Yes, and one more thing. We are more than podcasts, though, relatives. We are Anchor FM, and we are Blog Talk Radio. So we do air as a podcast on Apple, on Spotify, on Anchor, on Blog Talk. What else? Where else we at, G?
Google.
Yeah, Google. Yes. We're so and as far as where we are, we're global. We're in Israel. We're in Jamaica. We are in there's Russia. We're in Canada. We don't say Canada. We are in South America. We are in Mexico. We are Ukraine. We are Jamaica. Did I say Jamaica?
I don't think so, man.
Okay. Okay. We're in Nigeria. We're in Jamaica, Nigeria, Haiti. Geez, did I say Germany? Have I said Germany? We're in the Netherlands. We're in the Netherlands. Europe. Oh gosh, we are global.
Thank you.
We are global. Yeah, we are global, and that's that's humbling to know that Chris's voice, Gary's voice, Doc's voice, Leah's, supervillain, Doc, and that's the other thing.
Their voices are
I said
always out there.
everything.
Even
Well,
the members who are gone, all their podcasts are still out there. They're still on Intertribal Radio. They're still.
And that's the other thing, relatives, is we're all not in the same place. Gary's out in Oregon. Chris is in Washington. Doc's in Oregon. Supervillain was in Illinois. I'm in Nebraska. We're not all in the same area. We out here. Get out there, relatives. Step it up.
They'll
It's
have
time to
something different to bring to you.
Yes. So yeah, definitely. Come on with it, relatives. Start that healing.
Put your voice out there. One platform. Find something that you're comfortable with.
Absolutely.
Right on, but put yourself out there and just try to make a difference.
It's perfect.
Right on. Sounds almost like a good night.
Good night, relatives.
Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow.
I heard Chris starting to snore, and I think I saw.
Yeah, sorry about that. If I listened in the light or something neat like that,
Hey, me and April, we do these 2.5-hour podcasts all the time. So.
Oh wow.
Maybe turn the next one down. Send a video shout out or something.
No, actually, it's been fun.
Right
like my friends all like, man, you gotta work tomorrow. I'm like, I know, but it's fun. But I'm tired. But it's fun.
Yeah, it's not like a night out drinking like in your 20s. So
no, and this is
an old people party.
We're right. Hungover tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, over. So we old people party, yes. And so again, thank you, Native Outlaws. Thank you, Intertribal Radio family, and listeners, followers, relatives,
Future
know,
podcasters.
the futures. Absolutely. Come holler at us. We need you.
Holla, holla, holla.
Holla.
All right. So there it is. Year 1 of Intertribal Radio podcast. So podcast for natives by natives.
Bye, natives.
And, here we go on season 2. So tune in and share your support. Why, April? Because it's all about
Natives supporting natives.
You got that right.
Yeah.
All right. So with that said, right on. Feathers up. And we all will see you out on the red road. Bye, ladies.
Yeah. Thank you.